Hey everybody, we're here from Van Isle Labradoodles today, and this is our update for the Chocolate Truffle Party litter of medium Australian Labradoodle puppies. In this video, you're going to meet each of the 10 puppies in this litter, and you're going to hear about their weights and learn a little bit about what they've done in the past week. So let's get started. We have Mr. Brown Collar here from the litter, and we're doing each puppy individually now because they are no longer content to stay in the bed that we usually use. So they would be easily climbing out of it, and so we are going to have them here individually. So this is our beautiful chocolate party, and as you can see, he is the one that also probably has phantom marking, or is a phantom as well. You can see a little bit of those markings showing up above his one eyebrow there. So this little guy, like all the puppies in the litter, has his eyes wide open now. His ears, this puppy's ears are already partially opened, and we'll do a little clap with each of them and see if they respond. And you can see he lifts his head just a bit, so he's still not really hearing yet. And Mr. Brown Collar, he is up to 1,400 grams. So he's reaching that 3-pound mark already and just doing a great job. This is a sweet puppy. He is a little bit of a sloth. He loves to be upside down. We find him upside down in the box most of the time. Very calm, very gentle, and just a real love, as well as cute as a button. So that's our Mr. Brown Collar from the litter. And next, Reynolds going to pass me our little red collar girl. There we go. And Miss Red Collar Girl, she too has her eyes completely open, and we'll just take a little peek in her ears, and they appear to be fairly closed still, but we'll do the clapping test in a second. And Miss Red Collar Girl, she's the chocolate phantom, so she's chocolate with the tan points on her legs and on her face. And this little girl, she's a little feisty one. She's a mover and a shaker. She likes to be moving around all the time in the box. She does lots of different things. She and Mr. Brown Collar are actually quite good friends. They're often seen sleeping together. And Miss Red Collar is weighing 1,230 grams now. So let's see if she responds to clapping. Nope, not yet. So her ears are all still closed. But by next week, they'll be open. And that's Red Collar. Now we're going to look at Purple Collar. Hello, buddy. There we go, Red. Purple Collar is a boy, and Purple Collar is a beautiful chocolate party, and he may be carrying for phantom, but he doesn't show us any phantom. He has the beautiful markings on his face. They're so symmetrical, it really sets him off beautifully, and then he has these very distinctive marks on the back of him as well. This boy is very similar to Brown Collar. He's very mellow. He loves to be upside down and just take his time doing things. And it looks like a little bit of opening in his ears, but not too much. And Mr. Purple is weighing in at 1,510 grams. So he's one of the larger puppies in the litter. So we'll just see if he responds to any clapping. Nope, nothing. I suspect probably none of them are going to. I don't think that any of them are really hearing at all at this point. Now, after Mr. Purple, we have Yellow Collar. Here we go. And Yellow Collar is a solid chocolate puppy. Hello, sweetie. And you can really see that beautiful lab-shaped head on this puppy. Really nice short nose, big strong stop, and that really blocky head. That is just so nice to have with a Labradoodle, and that is what the breed standard calls for. And Yellow Collar is 1,540 grams. This is the biggest puppy in the litter, but only by a few grams, so not a huge difference. And Yellow, no, I don't think those ears are open at all, but we'll do the clapping test just to see if we get any response. Nope, nothing yet with him either. You can see though that this puppy has beautiful highlights, really gorgeous tone in this chocolate coloring, lots of caramel and red coming through. So that's Yellow Collar. Next we're going to go on to Orange Collar, and if you just see them side by side before Reynolds takes Yellow back, you'll see the difference. This is a very chocolate brown, this is more of a reddish brown color. There we go. So here is Orange Collar. Orange Collar is also a beautiful chocolate with the little white goatee and the beautiful caramel highlights up on top of his head. Or is she a girl? He is a boy. And Mr. Orange Collar weighs 1,400 grams. So a really nice weight right in the middle there. Hi, sweetheart. So this puppy may be hearing, because you'll notice that the head is turning to take a look at me all the time. The ears do look a little bit open, and we got a little yawn there. So let's just see if we get a response with the clapping. Yep, the head's coming up enough that I think that probably Orange Collar is hearing a little bit of sound, and definitely is almost responding to my voice, although now looking the other way. So maybe I'm imagining it. So that's Orange. Next coming up, we have Green Collar. Hello, Green. Hello, baby. And Green Collar is our beautiful ebony party puppy in this litter. And Green Collar also is showing us those phantom markings up on the eyebrow area. There are no other phantom markings showing because the rest of the body is white, so they would be invisible. So Green Collar is coming in at 1,210 grams. So a little bit more on the smaller side of the scale. You can see also inside the ear is the phantom coloring. And those ears look pretty sealed shut to me. This is a very quiet puppy as well, as you can see. No real desire to move. Maybe hearing a little bit of that sound there. A little bit of a response. Not a huge one, but definitely on the way to having those ears open up. So that's Green Collar. And next we have Blue Collar coming. Hello, Blue. Blue is another one of these beautiful, reddy chocolate boys. Very handsome, again with that beautiful blocky head and the lovely white goatee. And Blue Collar is 1,400 grams. So again, right in the middle and a really good weight. And if we just take a look on the ear here, pretty much the same all around, where they're just not quite open yet. And so we'll do the little test. Nah, not really a response there. So probably doesn't have any ears open quite yet. Still living in a nice, quiet, peaceful world. That's our little Blue Collar. And next we have Silver Collar. Silver Collar is the tiniest puppy in this litter. And she is our really pretty little black phantom with the beautiful little white toes. This is a pretty little puppy. She's tiny, but she has a big personality. Nobody pushes her around. She is well able to look after herself in the group. Aren't you, baby? And Silver is 1,080 grams. And as I said, the smallest puppy in the litter. But she makes all of her milestones. She's not missing anything. Oh, a big yawn. Same thing for her ears. They haven't quite opened yet. We'll do the little clapping test, but I'm pretty sure we won't get a response. Probably not. She's just not quite got them all the ways open yet. But this is a really pretty puppy with these gorgeous phantom markings, and then the white on the feet that matches the little goatee, and just a sweet little girl. And next we have Light Blue. Hello, baby. Light Blue is our very, very good looking, gleaming ebony puppy. This is a handsome baby with the beautiful white goatee really showing through. It really is set off well by the ebony color. This is a very calm, placid puppy. Nothing bothers Light Blue so far. Just goes through the day. Oh yeah, here I am. Lots of upside down sleeping from this little one too. And Light Blue's weighing 1,310 grams. And I think these ears are probably still pretty closed. Oh, there's a little bit of an opening there. Oh, that was not something that was very much appreciated. We didn't like having our ears looked at, did we? So this puppy responded a little bit in a way that was slightly, you can see here, negative when I'm touching the ear area. So that's something that we make note of. And so then we make sure we come in and we spend extra time always handling the ears now for this puppy. After we film this video, we will be clipping all of their claws. So we handle their feet every day multiple times, putting our fingers in between their toes and in their pads, so there's no response to that. But for their ears, they haven't had a lot of touching. And you can see already that light blue doesn't really care anymore if I touch the ear area. So that it's not difficult, it's not painful, it's just a matter of repeating the activity and making it a positive experience. So you always want to make sure that the puppy associates what you're doing with something good. So in this case, it's being stroked, which is something that the puppies like at this age. And now that we've had lots of ear handling, we'll do another little clap test. No, just interested in my feet, not interested in the clapping at all. So that's light blue collar. And our last puppy in the litter is black collar. Hello, Black. And Black is another one of the reddish chocolates with the beautiful red highlights and the two dipped toes in the back. They're just the cutest little paws in the world. Lots of nice little white showing through on the chest here as well. So this puppy really has some lovely abstract markings. It's always fun when you have some extra marking, because some people prefer the solids, but I always kind of like the little extra highlights that you see. This puppy is a little bit more active than light blue. Black collar likes to move around and likes to see what everyone's doing and can be very social, going from puppy to puppy to puppy, checking everything out. And black collar weighs 1,490 grams, so up there towards the larger end of the litter. And these ears are looking not like they're really open. But we'll do the clap test and see what black collar tells us. Oh, a tiny bit, maybe, but I think no. Probably not any reaction. So that's all the puppies, the individual puppies for this week. And for the litter in general, so their major accomplishments this week is they're starting to play with each other. It's really quite fun to watch. They're starting to get up on all fours and be able to walk around quite readily. You know, if we just leave black collar here in this little crate bed, we'll see if there's some movement there, so you can see how much more agile they are and how much more able the puppies are to move around. So they play with each other in very short bursts right now, so there's lots of falling over each other because they don't have that much coordination. So it's quite a lot of fun to watch. A few sounds are starting to come out. No barks or growls yet, but I expect by next week or even later this week we'll start hearing those sounds from them. And as I said, next week they'll have their ears open, and our next video they'll probably have moved out into the nursery. They'll be needing some more real estate so they can start to move those legs around and start running and playing in a larger area. So we hope you enjoyed this update on the chocolate truffle party litter of medium Labradoodle puppies. And if you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. And don't hesitate to ask any questions about each puppy, Australian Labradoodles in general, or anything you might have a question about in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer your questions. And thanks so much for watching.